Hi, and welcome to my channel. Today, I want to share some information with the world that I haven't shared with some of my closest friends and even some of my family members. I decided I want to come out of the closet, so to speak. So I decided today I want to bare myself. Why are you looking like that?
What you mean? You trying to tell me you a nickel?
No, silly. No,
I'm about to say, come out.
I wanted to tell everybody that I'm a survivor.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I'm a survivor. About a year and a half ago, I was diagnosed with the big C. It was very surprising and shocking to me. But I just lost my train of thought.
Don't worry about it. Go on. Keep going, sis. Keep going on. Hey, they understand.
Anyways, a year and a half ago, I was diagnosed with cancer. And I have good days and I have bad days, but I can truly say my good days outweigh my bad days. And oftentimes when you diagnose with some type of illness, we really don't think about how it not only impacts the individual, but we don't think about how it impacts their loved ones. Here's a picture I want to share with you of how I looked a year and a half ago, because people see me now and they really don't see the disease unless I tell them, because I don't walk around complaining all the time. This is a picture of my stomach a year and a half ago, and I was walking around even at work and my coworkers didn't even know. I had a really bad case of ascites, which is fluid buildup in my abdomen because of the cancer. But like I said, I didn't tell a lot of my family members. I didn't tell a lot of my friends, because a lot of times everybody has a story. I talk to a lot of people and everybody has a story. And a lot of times the stories aren't as uplifting. And so I try to encourage myself, even though if there's no one else there to encourage me, I try to encourage myself. But I have my friend Regina here with her crazy self asking in my nickel. I have her here to share with you how she felt when she first got the news about my diagnosis.
Well, guys, the shoe was on the other foot this time, because this is one of my backbones right here. My mom is on one side, she on the other. I have some other girlfriends, but me and this girl, we have done some things together, from New Orleans to selling hot barbecue, pulling around with a truck all through Atlanta, selling ribs to police and going anywhere we wanted to without a license. That's right. So this girl right here, we've done some stuff. And when she told me that, I was just like, what am I going to do? And then I thought about it. I was like, what am I going to do? I'm going to uplift my friend. I'm going to find out. I'm going to get educated, find out what she need to do, how she need to do, and where she need to go to get it done. That's right. So it was like very challenging. However, I had to hold back tears when I talked to her. Oh my God, I used to have a lump in my throat, because I want to, be caring and find out how she feeling. I don't want to ask the wrong questions. What people need is a support system. You can't really ask the wrong question. Just what you do is you give them their space if they need their space. But if they need to talk, if they need to vent, you need to listen. You need to understand. And in the beginning, you might want to tell them, girl, you need to be a vegan. You need to do this or that. You got to give them their space and let them get their mind right, because you don't know what they're going through. You don't know what they're going through, but you still got to be a good friend, a good partner, a good coworker, a good parent. Whatever you are to a survivor, you have to be there all in 100%. This is her story. This is her journey, and she's going to be sharing it on her channel. She's going to take you step by step on how she got to the point to where she is now, where she could still be a comedian. I'm waiting on her to go and do a comedy amateur night. She can stand toe to toe with a whole bunch of comedians, y'all. This girl right here, this a natural born fool. So when she said she was coming out, I thought she was going to tell me she was a nigga, but she wanted to be serious. And like I said, she can be serious. She's truly educated on what's going on with her, but she could also help you. So make sure you tune in and listen to what she has to say as she takes you through her journey. And this is her video, and I'm turning it back over to her.
Like I said, I have downtime, down days. And if the pain get too bad, I'll just say to my daughter, whoever's there, can you go look in my bag and bring me the law, the doll, and the ball? But sometimes with my daughter, I have to ask her, you been in my bag taking my doll? Because sometimes she'll come back a little loopy, so I don't know. But anyways, I do what I have to do to keep it moving. I really do. Because I made up in my mind, I might have the diagnosis, the disease, or whatever you want to call it, but it doesn't have me.
That's right.
Because I'm a survivor.
Amen.
And I'm just going to live each day to its fullest.
That's right.
And just enjoy life. And I thank God for my family, because oftentimes when my family and friends, because oftentimes when you're in a situation like this, for whatever reason, a lot of people don't have the family support that they need for whatever reason. And when I got the diagnosis, originally my original reaction was I was just kind of numb, just kind of sitting there when the nurse told me that she called me. I went into the doctor for one thing, and they called me. The nurse called and said to me she had my referral ready for the gynecology oncology doctor, and I kind of went numb because in my mind I'm thinking, did she just say oncology in the same breath? And I was just numb, and I just kind of just said okay and hung up the phone on the nurse. So I guess at that point she realized that I really was trying to process it all. Mm-hmm. But once I finally processed it all and, just began to start on my journey to healing, I just made up in my mind I was going to just do whatever I could do, aside from what the doctors can do, whatever I could do to help me through this process. And I really love it and I really believe the word when it says the prayers of the righteous, can go very, very, very far, because I know when I initially told my nieces and nephew, and they were sad and crying, and I told some friends, and my thing was, don't cry for me, pray for me. Mm-hmm. Just pray for me. And I said, I know, to my nieces and nephews, I said, I know you may not know what you should pray. But for everybody who I solicited prayers, I asked for them to pray for two specific things. One was to pray that, as I went through this process, through this journey, it was as painless as possible and as less symptomatic as possible. And I can truly say I know that somebody's been praying for me. Amen. I can remember I lost my stepdad to cancer several years back, and I remember sitting by his bedside, and I didn't know at the time that he had cancer. I knew he had very bad arthritis, and he would share some things with me that he wouldn't share with some of my other siblings or my mom. And one of the things he said to me was, Deborah, I think if the doctor told me that I had to be in a wheelchair the rest of my life, I think I'd be okay with that. He said, but this pain is just so bad that I just feel like if I had a gun right now, I'd blow my brains out. And I said, wow. And I'm thinking to myself, dang, arthritis does you that bad? But I later found out that he had cancer, and that's what he was battling with, and the pain from it. And when you hear somebody say something like that, you may say to yourself, I understand. And I guess it's because it's a natural response to say, that sort of thing. But until you're actually in that person's shoes, you really don't understand. And I was able to experience that type of pain that he talked about. And I was in the hospital, and I can remember my sister Sharon was there with me, and I was screaming bloody murder, calling on the Lord, and anybody else could help me for that type of pain. But I thank God I haven't experienced that type of pain anymore. Amen. So I just do what I have to do, and I keep it moving, and I press through the pain. And I'm just a survivor, and will continue to be a survivor through my will to live. And so I just continue to take each and every day. And I thank all of you for taking time to tune in and to hear me share my story. See you next time.
Amen.